What's happening, everybody? It's me, Ali Burns from Picks and Parlays, and we've got an NFL Total Chaos for this Sunday, October the 30th. I'm going to remind everyone that Halloween is right about now, and a lot of weird stuff in sports tends to happen during Halloween. So don't be afraid don't be surprised if the Astros get swept or something crazy happens like that. I know, I said it out loud, huh? Today, I have two expert handicappers from picksandparlays.net. They're going to give me their opinion on 5 NFL games that are happening this Sunday. Terry Edelmann, you're the champ. 45, 49, and 3 is your record. How are you feeling about it? I don't know if anyone's ever beat Higgs in NFL Chaos except for this guy right here. So that was taking down Higgs is a big deal. How do you feel about coming back today?
Yeah, well, I wanted to boost my record, and that happened. I beat Higgs, and our record's a little bit better there, but a lot of work to do still.
Yes. Well, Chip, I haven't had you in since last year. It's been a while since I've seen you, so I don't have your record on here. How are you feeling about coming back? You were like the ultimate NFL Total Chaos guy. I mean, back when we used to do all 16 games, Chip would come in and go like 14-2. So I'm excited to see you back. Look at Terry's face. He's like, oh, crap. What
yeah, way to scare me. Way to scare me right off the bat. Put the pressure on.
We had a great run. We had a great run. I think when I first started, we won the first like 10, 11 weeks, something like that. It was silly. It really was silly.
It was crazy. It was, and you're not even a totals guy. That's what you don't tell me. I'm not into totals.
Though I'm a complete.
Right. Right. Okay. So before we get started, I just want to remind everybody to like and subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. I do 4 to 5 to 6 total chaoses a week. So it really helps out if you guys can like and subscribe and share with your friends and keep our free content rolling your way. Also, don't forget about my sponsor. FanDuel Sportsbook is giving you a no sweat first bet up to $1,000. All you got to do is click on the description of this video, find that link, and you're there, man. You're there. And if you're in the state of Ohio, they're going to give you $100 even before you guys go live in January, just for downloading the app now. So make sure you use my link and do everything that I just said. You can rewind. You have the technology. Okay, so let's get this party started. Terry, you are the champ, so you're going to go first on this one. We are talking the Titans at my Houston Texans. It's 40.5. Is it going over or under?
I'm taking the under here. Neither offense, both offenses are averaging less than 20 points a game. Both are allowing less than 23 points a game. This just seems like one of those boring, low-scoring games that we get on a Sunday afternoon. And I like the side in this game. Sorry, Ali, but I'll be on the Titans in this one. But
bring up old.
Sorry to say, but when it comes to the total, I think it's going to be low scoring. I don't think Houston puts up much points, but I don't think Tennessee does either. So I think we'll lower scoring.
Houston scores. I'm on the other side of this. Chip, what do you think?
I don't think there's going to be much fireworks here. Tennessee, the number 31 ranked offense altogether. They're only putting together 274 yards a game. And Houston, not that much better at 310 a game, ranked 26. But, Tennessee's won 4 in a row. But the word out of Tennessee is not so much that they've won 4 in a row, but Malik Willis is probably going to get the start over Tannehill here. And now we have a quarterback coming in for his first start in the NFL. And I don't know how offensively Studi's going to be in tune with the offense, with the players. So I'm looking for this game to stay under as well, Terry. I think Davis was Mills or for Houston. Your poor guys. His quarterback rating's at 83, and Tannehill's is at 84.7. So Malik Willis may be an improvement, but he's an unproven product commodity right now, and I think the game stays under.
All right, so you both agree it's an under. I'm on the other side of this. I think it goes over. I mean, it was 38-20 against the Raiders, 20-34 Chargers, 23-20 Bears. I see this going over.
And what is the total? What is the total now?
40.5. Not to mention
that's like 7 points. That's like 7 points lower than their lowest score that they've had so far. That you were reeling them off, and like at that total, 7 points lower than their lowest score so far. So I think that they're trying to invite you to play the over, is what I'm saying.
I'm just playing the over.
Okay.
It's just what I'm doing. Get off of me. Okay.
I'm not going to fight with you, that's for sure.
Commanders are at the Colts. It's a 39.5, and I like the Texans for that matter too, because the line's going that way. So I like the Texans in the over. Okay, so Commanders are at the Colts, 39.5 to you, Chip. You got me all riled up.
Well, at least that's a start. Washington's been a major disappointment. I mean, offensively, they're averaging 325 yards a game, almost 18 points, below that, actually. And Indianapolis, I mean, they get rid of their quarterback. They've gone under 6 of the last 7 times they've been out there. And, last year, I think Indianapolis might have led the NFL rushing, or at least they've been close to it because they had that rushing leader, did they not? They're at 30th right now, and they're averaging 81 yards a game on the ground. Maybe it's not Ryan's fault, though he is slow and sluggish back there. They're only scoring 16 points a game. I think this game, all the trends say to go over. 11 of the last 12 for Washington have been under. 4 of the last 5 meetings have been under. I'm playing this over the total.
Over the total we go. I have to edit your thing because I really thought you were going to say over right then.
Well, I'm like, when I see it going so heavy on one side, it's flowing like this, I have to go the other way.
You have to get on the other side. What do you think about it, Terry?
Yeah, both these teams are pretty awful. Sorry to any Colts fans or Commander fans, but these teams are pretty awful.
Like being a Texans fan, we already know. You don't have to apologize to us.
I have to. I'm going with the under, though. I might be falling for a trap. It's possible. It is a low number.
Yeah.
But I just don't see either of these offenses doing anything. I think the first team to 14 points wins. So I think this is going to be a very low-scoring game. I think, both these teams will struggle. We might see more field goals than anything.
Maybe an over on field goal prop. Huh?
I said, watch out for that pick 6, blocked punt, and kick return.
Yeah, that's what could push it over.
What happens out there somehow?
Maybe look for some player props on field goals for that matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk the 49ers at the Rams. This one's a highly contested battle on the Morning Wood show today. Terry, it's a 42. Are you going over or under?
It might sound like a broken record so far, but yeah, I'm going right back to the under here. This 49ers team is a defensive juggernaut. That's what they're made of. They run the ball a lot, but they're a defensive team. And the Rams, I haven't been on the Rams all year. I faded them game 1 with the Bills, and I've never touched them ever since. They're just a disappointment, and I don't see them doing a whole lot here against the 49ers defense. So for me, it's under 42.
I think I saw a stat today too that the Niners have swept them the last 3 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
All right.
Regular season.
Yeah, regular season. We all remember the playoffs last year. Chip, what do you got on this one?
Well, here's another game where all the trends, and I understand where Terry's coming from, all the trends are going in the same direction. San Francisco's only allowing 295 yards a game, and they're only allowing 90 yards rushing. And, we've seen these two teams the last couple of weeks, and it doesn't look like either of them can move the ball. Niners jump out to a 10-0 lead, and then they're dead from the rest of the way. And, every time they seem to play, it goes under, and it seems like such an easy choice for me. The Rams only averaging 17 points, Niners averaging less than 21 points. I have to play over. I'm sorry. I have to play over. Every trend I looked at, Terry, every trend I looked on that was under. Sometimes it's got to swing back. I may be really making a mistake here walking the plank alone, but I'm going to play this game to go over the total. Like somehow maybe Garoppolo wakes up. They call it a tale of two cities, the best and the worst of things at the same time, and Garoppolo's that. So maybe he comes up big here.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Right. And it's a far, far better thing I do. You know what I mean? It's got to have the winner here.
Biggest freaking trap game of the week last week was the Giants, but now they're taking on the Seahawks. It's a 44.5. Chipper, what do you say?
I say I fell for that trap right off the bat, and and when you see your team up by 4 and they're laying 2.5 and they're going in the end zone and the guy fumbles without anyone making contact, you're in trouble. And I was, and I think that was the motif of this Jacksonville team. They just seem to do it and fall apart in crucial situations, time after time after time. Interceptions in the end zone. But the Giants are 6-1, best record in the NFL. But their defense is surrendering 355 yards a game. They are scoring up in the last few seasons, 21 points a game. Second in the NFL in rushing because Barkley's healthy. That's the reason they're doing so well. But in their last 16 games, 13-2-1 to the under. So I think the Giants are in trouble. Maybe trouble here straight up, but I think with the way MVP Geno Smith is playing and they're rushing for 150 yards a game with Walker the third. Remember how Michigan State had such a great year last year? Because they had
Yeah.
a running back that was a rookie in the NFL right now for Seattle, Walker, and he was tough. And I saw him the other day. He looks like another chip off the old block of the beast. And I'm going to play this game over the total. Go Giants.
I'm torn because I have Geno as my fantasy quarterback, or I have Trevor Lawrence. I'm not sure which one to do. Geno at home or Trevor in London. That's kind of his other home. All right, Terry, what do you got on this one? Over or under?
Yeah, we agree on this one. I like the over here, basically because the Seahawks. I think they're going to be the ones that push this game and to push the Giants to score more. I think the Giants would be happier with a lower scoring game, but this Seahawks team has an offense somehow, and their defense may not be as good as some people have expected. So I think this game ends up going over in this one. Yeah.
All right, all right. Packers are at the Bills. It's a 47. I know you're a Vikings guy, so you know a lot about the Packers. What do you got on this one, Terry?
This one, you look at the two quarterbacks that are playing, and anybody would want to go over with those two quarterbacks. But this Bills defense is really, really good. It is crazy, crazy good. And the way Rodgers is playing, the way the Packers are playing, I don't see them getting more than 14 points, 17 points at the most against the Bills if they have a good game. So I'm going to go with the under here. Primetime unders. Yes, it obviously hurt. I was on the under in the Thursday night game and it went over just barely, but I think this one stays under. This Packers team is in trouble. And yes, as a Vikings fan, I can't say I'm too sorry to see that happening. But
the total was the only thing I got right on that freaking Bucks Thursday night game. Chip, what do you got on this one? Over or under?
You know, Terry's so right about their defense. They're only allowing 281 yards a game, number one in the NFL. But, you know, that's juxtaposed by the number one offense. They lead the NFL in total offensive yards a game as well, and 29.3 points a game. So I can see Buffalo scoring and defense being the only key for the Packers to try and win this game, because Aaron Rodgers is at the lowest point of his career. His passing yardage and rating have dropped every single year, the last 4 years in a row. You know, Green Bay's averaging 21 points and 330 yards. Their defense isn't bad at all, only allowing 308 yards. This game has to play to an under for Green Bay to have a chance. They can't get in a shootout. And right now, I'm talking about Geno Smith being the MVP, but it looks to me like Josh Allen's the best player in football. And people bounce off him when he runs with the ball. And they make enough first downs when he keeps the ball. They maintain possession. I don't know about the side on this one, but I'm going to play it under because I think it's the only way Green Bay can win. Last 5 meetings went under between these two as well.
All right, all right. So that is a round of NFL Total Chaos. I'm excited to watch that game, but I almost feel like I'm so excited to watch that game that it's going to suck. You know, like it's just going to be a Bills blowout or I don't know. It's another one. Okay, so I'm going to do a recap of all of the games that we just went over. But first, I want to let you know where you can find these guys. Terry Edelmann. You can find him on Twitter at Let's Go Wild Picks. You got a show, Getting Wild with Terry and Friends at 4 p.m. Eastern. Tell the people what you've got offered over at picksandparlays.net in the way of premium plays.
I have an early bird package of the NFL that I put out on Monday, so you can get that. I'll have another NFL package coming up on Saturday or till late tonight for Sunday as well. I'll have a package for tomorrow, Saturday. So lots of packages coming. Things have been going well in the NFL so far for me on the site. So hoping to keep that going this weekend.
Making that money. Now, Chip Chirimbes over on the leaderboards. You are number one in college football, 43-26. You've made our viewers $1,500 so far when they bet with you. Tell the people what you've got ready for them this weekend.
Well, sorry, I've been slumping lately, but you know, we're looking forward. Last week I told you I had a game in a month, and I've got an early bird game in a month that starts at noon Eastern. 7-3, Ali, right now with our megabuck plays, our single strongest play on the board. And aside from that early bird game in a month, you'll be able to get a Fab 5 selections, all 5 my best bets for the entire day. And we're rolling college football right now. We see it. The games are just popping up at us. And I know, it's a pleasure right now to get up and look at that, as opposed to those days when you get hit in the face with a shovel and you can't get your head off the pillow. You know what I mean, Terry? I mean, there are days it just happens. But I had one of those in the NFL last week. But the college has been really rolling really well. So we're looking for a big weekend.
All right. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's do your recap. Titans, remember when they agree, those tend to be the money making picks on the show. Okay, so we got Titans at the Texans 40.5, and they're both going under. They did disagree. Commanders and the Colts 39.5. Chip is going to take it over. Terry is going to go under. Niners and the Rams is a 42. Terry's going under again. Chip is taking it over again. But we do agree that the Giants and the Seahawks 44.5 is not enough points. So they're going over. Same with Packers at the Bills 47. That's too many points. They're taking it under. That's how we're rolling with this round of NFL Total Chaos. Like I always say, may the best capper win. Bye, guys.